What genre do you like? What do you want to play? Let me help you save on what you've got to pay. So it's time to start talking about things that are up for free and then a couple of things that you have to fork some money out on. This week on Epic Games, for free, you can pick up the game Behind the Frame, The Finest Scenery, which is normally like a $13 game. I believe it's some sort of like an adventure puzzle game. Coming up next week, we have Undying. And this is going to be an adventure horror game. So look forward to this one coming out on Thursday if you want to pick it up. Saves you $20, so don't buy it right now. Just be patient and wait a bit. Then we go to Prime, and Prime actually had a pretty good drop, starting with an actual big game, which would actually be Deus Ex, the Game of the Year edition. I believe this is going to be free through GOG. So if you haven't played this, yeah, you might want to start now because you're about 5 games in the series behind. But the good news is you can start for free and then you can pay for the rest. Also on Prime Gaming, you've got Zombie Army 4 Dead War. And this is like, I guess you could say kind of like a Resident Evil style third-person shooter type game that is online co-op. They also have, if you don't like taking care of zombies, you can take care of animals in To the Rescue. I believe it's some sort of like an animal shelter simulator type of game. So if you feel like shooting zombies is not your style and you miss Nintendogs, To the Rescue might be the direction you want to go. Also, RIP, which I actually owned on Steam. I also picked it up on GOG. And this is going to be a racing game that's very similar to Roll Cage, if you remember Roll Cage on the PS1. And this is actually a really good game. Also, what's free is this game here, SteamWorld Quest, Hand of the Gilgamesh, which is a role-playing adventure indie turn-based action fighter sports. Well, they have that many genres. I start questioning, like, dude, keep it simple sometimes, but you know. And then also, are you smarter than a 5th grader? Puzzle solving, use your brain type of game if you're into actually using your brain when you play games. Star Stuff, which I failed to look into really what this game was. I'm sorry. I believe it's a puzzle game, maybe? Yep, it's a puzzle adventure type game. Finally, the other free Prime game right now is Spitlings, which is another multiplayer type game, which actually is, from what I understand, it's a multiplayer to where if one player loses, everyone loses. So there's no like, oh, I'm out of lives, let me sit around and do nothing for a while and watch everybody else play. So it's really dependent on the whole team working as a team. That's it for the free stuff. Now to get the stuff that you need to pay for, I got a few things to show you guys here. Fanatical has put up their Build Your Own VR bundle again, where you can get 3 games for $5. Or the more you buy, the more you save. And actually, what's funny, I just noticed, Behind the Frame VR is on here. You get the normal version and you don't like the fact that you're not in the game, just come here and purchase it and be a part of Behind the Frame. Also, Fanatical dropped out the Build Your Own Ruthless bundle, which is going to be 2 games for $6. And of course, the more you buy, the cheaper it is, which there's actually some pretty good stuff on here. There's some stuff that I have certain feelings on, but if you see anything you like on here, save yourself some money and load up. The Build Your Own Slayer bundle, which is purchase 3 games for $5, or you can purchase more and they'll actually be cheaper. So if you see anything on this list that you want, I mean, technically these games, if you look at the price of them, the majority of them are over $5. So if you see a game that you want on here, buy it and get 2 throwaway games and move on with it. And you know, sometimes the throwaway games actually become really good games. Another bundle that they have going is the Explosive bundle, which is the same deal, 3 games for $5. So if you see anything here, like, you know, Wolfenstein, Quake, then this might be to your liking. Humble Bundle has put out a bundle, which is a motorsports bundle. If you pay $16, you get all 12 of these items. And keep in mind, when you go to the site, it defaults you to a higher amount. So you can actually click down to 16 and nothing will change. If you go any lower, which you can do, $9, $5, and $1, it'll modify how much you get. So this is 12 titles. With 9, you'll go down to just these 9. 5, you'll have just these 5. And then for $1, you can get the truck racer, which is not anything like Big Rigs, I'm told. A shocker here, IndieGala jumped into the bundle deal as well too, which I've never seen them do bundles, so maybe they've been doing it for a while and I don't know. But they put out just recently this Holy Moly bundle, the $6.49, and you get this bundle of Steam keys right here. Now, a couple things that I do want to show that are free. There's a series called Momodora, and Momodora is up to, I believe, its 5th game in the series now. The last few have been just, they're more expensive, but they are definite bangers if you like Castlevania style, or maybe I should say Metroidvania style. Here is Momodora 1, which I do want to point out that even on this page, it does say this is from the creator. It was also the first game project I completed, so it's very rough, put together, and really unpolished. I advise you play the sequels instead. Now, when the creator says that, that's usually something you want to listen to, but you can get this for free. It is balls to the walls hard, but then there's also Momodora 2, which is also free as well, which Momodora 2 is actually a good game. It's a Metroidvania style, but if you're really serious about it, you could beat it in like an hour or so, or maybe even less than that, but it's worth it for free. Finally, this is going to be more for the not-so-kiddies, I guess. IndieGala put this out. The Furry Dreams pack.
Okay.
I don't know what they're talking about here exactly.
Sexy horses.
But if you're into like Dog Boy getting it on with Moose Girl, you might want to get this.
Wow.
Moose and Squirrel. I just want to get on with Moose and Squirrel, huh?
That's available to you if that's something that you're into.